Most people assume a plant without sunlight is a plant that is dying. But some of the most beautiful houseplants on Earth do not just survive in low light. They genuinely prefer it. There is a plant on this list that has been growing in the shade of rainforest floors for millions of years. And today it sits on office desks and apartment shelves, looking effortlessly stunning with almost no care at all. We are covering 5 gorgeous plants that thrive without direct sunlight. And one of them near the end of this list has a nickname so dramatic it almost sounds like it belongs in a horror film. Each of these plants has something unusual about it. Something most people who own them do not actually know. Let us start with the one that also cleans your air while you sleep. Plant number 1 is the peace lily, and it is one of the few flowering houseplants on Earth that does not need sunlight to bloom. That alone makes it unusual. Most flowering plants demand bright light, or they simply stop producing flowers altogether. The peace lily does the opposite. In low light, it still pushes out those sleek white blooms, almost like it is showing off. The flowers themselves are not technically petals. That elegant white wrap around the yellow center is a modified leaf called a spathe. It developed this way over millions of years, growing under the dense canopy of tropical forests in Central and South America, where sunlight almost never reached the ground. NASA researchers who studied air filtration in the 1980s identified the peace lily as one of the most effective plants for removing certain airborne compounds from indoor environments. It may help reduce levels of substances like ammonia and formaldehyde that build up in poorly ventilated rooms. Care is minimal. Water it once a week and it will tell you when it is thirsty. The leaves droop slightly when it needs water, then bounce back within hours of being watered. It is one of the most communicative plants you can own. One thing to know before buying one: peace lily are toxic to cats and dogs if ingested. So if you have pets that chew on plants, keep this one out of reach. Plant number 2 is the ZZ plant, and this one is genuinely difficult to kill. Its full scientific name is Zamioculca zemiifolia, which is why everyone just calls it the ZZ plant. Here is what makes it extraordinary. Underground, it stores water and nutrients inside swollen rhizomes, structures that look somewhat like small potatoes. These act as a biological reserve. The plant can survive weeks, sometimes months, without being watered because it is already carrying its own supply. In its native East Africa, the ZZ plant evolved through cycles of drought and intense dry seasons. That history is the reason it can sit in a dark corner of your office with no attention for a full month and still look pristine. The leaves have a high gloss, waxy coating that reflects even the smallest amounts of available light. It is essentially maximizing whatever light reaches it. In near complete darkness, it will slow down, but it will not die. One thing that surprises most ZZ plant owners: it is a very slow grower. A full-size plant in a store might be 3 to 5 years old. That is worth knowing when you see the price tag. Water it every 3 to 4 weeks. Let the soil dry out completely between waterings. That is truly all it needs. Before we get to plant 3, the one coming up after this has a nickname earned from a 19th century botanical expedition. That story is worth staying for. Plant number 3 is the pothos. It is possibly the most forgiving plant on this entire list. And it grows fast enough that you can actually watch the difference week to week. Pothos is a vining plant. Left on a shelf, it trails downward. Given something to climb, it will work its way upward. The leaves on a mature climbing pothos actually grow larger than the leaves on a trailing one. The same plant, completely different appearance depending on how you position it. It tolerates nearly any indoor light condition. Bright indirect light, dim rooms, spaces with only artificial lighting. It adjusts. Growth may slow in darker conditions, but it adapts without visible stress. NASA included pothos in the same clean air research that featured the peace lily, noting its potential to reduce certain indoor air compounds. There is a reason this plant appears on desks, hanging from ceilings and climbing walls in nearly every country in the world. It genuinely does not require much from you. Water it roughly once a week in warmer months, less frequently in winter. If you forget, it forgives. If you remember, it rewards you with new growth almost immediately. Plant number 4 is the cast iron plant. And yes, that is where the dramatic nickname comes from. Victorian-era botanists exploring Japan in the 1800s encountered this plant growing in conditions that would destroy nearly anything else. Dense shade, dry soil, indoor coal dust, extreme cold. It survived all of it. So they named it after the toughest material most people could picture at the time. The cast iron plant, Aspidistra alacea, has broad, deep green sword-shaped leaves that can reach nearly 2 feet in length. It grows slowly, but what it produces is striking. The leaves have a rich, glossy finish and a structural quality that makes the plant look almost architectural, but makes it genuinely remarkable for low-light environments is its unusually efficient photosynthesis. Its leaves are built to operate under minimal light, which is why it was one of the most popular houseplants in 19th century European homes, before electric lighting was common. Dark parlors, dimly lit drawing rooms. This plant outlived candles. It asks almost nothing. Water it every 2 to 3 weeks. Dust the leaves occasionally so the surface can absorb available light. That is essentially the entire care routine. Plant number 5 is the Chinese evergreen. And this one might be the most visually interesting plant on this entire list. Unlike most low-light plants that come only in deep greens, the Chinese evergreen, Aglaonema, produces leaves in a range of colors that is genuinely unusual for a shade plant. Silver, pale lime, deep forest green, pinkish red, burgundy. There are cultivated varieties with patterns that look almost painted by hand. It originates from the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, where it evolved on the shaded forest floor beneath multi-layer canopies. That evolutionary background means it is not just tolerating low light. It developed its leaf pigmentation specifically for those conditions. The plant has been cultivated in Asian households and Buddhist temples for centuries, traditionally associated with good fortune. It was introduced to the Western plant trade in the late 19th century and has remained consistently popular ever since. Chinese evergreen is also low maintenance in the most practical sense. Water it roughly every 1 to 2 weeks. It can handle dry air, average room temperatures, and some neglect. If the tips of the leaves start to brown, it usually just means the air around it is too dry. One note worth adding. The sap of the Chinese evergreen can cause irritation on skin for some people, and it is toxic to pets if ingested. Handle it with care and keep it away from animals. 5 plants. No direct sunlight required for any of them. The peace lily that blooms in the dark. The ZZ plant with its underground water reserve. The pothos that climbs or trails, your choice. The cast iron plant that outlasted Victorian candlelight. And the Chinese evergreen that evolved its color specifically for the shade. Any one of these can turn a forgotten dark corner into something genuinely beautiful. Which of these 5 do you already own? Or which one are you going to get first? Drop it in the comments below.